we had gotten back from the spirit font.
And you guys ended up here, hung out at the floating library in the sky. And below, of course, is the town and the other available spaces.
Okay.
But we did have you stay behind here because you do have the means of joining the party rather quickly.
Yep.
So
I guess, how long was I in town? A couple of hours?
Couple days.
Couple days?
Hmm?
Okay.
So we could do DTA. It's one DTA is 3 hours, or we can do a little bit of a montage instead. Just make a series of rolls for the things you want to pursue, and then we just have you join the party.
I'm down for either. I will leave it up to you.
I'm gonna probably lean into a montage as the GM, because doing downtime actions can get a little tedious, a little crunchy.
Yeah.
Some people swear by it. Some prefer to speed things along and just do a handful of rolls. So let's do that. Yeah. I'm not going to shortchange you. The rolls you do make and the things you do go after, I'll make them a little bit more potent. So you got your usual set of options. You can go recruit, you can train, you can read and learn, you can go socialize, try and make money, find specific items or goods, take a nap in the sun.
Right. My plan was I was going to look for 2 things interspersed by napping and dancing in the sun.
Cool.
Which is, I'm kind of looking for people to teach magic to, and people that will act as the bodyguard shields for those that I'll be teaching. It's the floof wants to create his own teaching order and the knights that will protect them.
Create an organization. So we're going to go with recruitment. Okay. Are you looking for people who are magically inclined or just good people?
Yes, because good people can become the knights, but good inclined magical people can be the mages.
Yeah. You do got to be careful. People who are powerful have gotten that power not without cost. And that cost could have been foisted on those who they took it from.
Yeah. That's why I'm more than willing to look for the lobies and teach them from the bottom up.
Okay. So I'll have you roll a luck test and then an awareness test.
Okay.
Since we're not looking specifically for magically powerful people, we will not use cynicians. We're just looking for actual people who are worth having around, you know.
Let's see here. You said just an awareness?
And then a luck test, please, which is a 1d100. Low is good, high not so good. pretty aware. Yeah, it's a pretty good roll too. All right, and then give me that cool little 1d100 if you would be so kind. Oh, that's a good roll.
I am
All in the
feeling
teens.
lucky, apparently.
Feeling a bit of lucky. All right. Okay. There are a couple people. A lot of individuals who are kind of looking to branch out and go out into the world. Skyhold, despite its wonder and mystery, is very isolationist. Not a lot of opportunities to travel. Sky coins are hard to get. The ships only come every once in a while. It's a very small community, and getting to other planes or back, down to the continent, is very hard. So you have a series of people who just are desperate to get out. Einlis, who will be carrying you around in her arms and giving you the Dr. Evil, pets on your head as they walk you around town. We'll walk you up to in the main square. There is a job board. Next to the job board are requests. Basically, people saying, "Hey, I'm looking for a service," instead of providing like a job.
Yep.
And there's a lot of people that are just like, I just want to get the hell out of here. Some are like, I'm looking to sign on as a ship's mate. As I'm, if I'm in training, I get reduced pay, 'cause, whatever. There's several people that you can pick. And this will counter, though. They know a lot of colleagues who are desperate to improve. People in the same class they went to. People they competed against in the mage school. Ton of people, and Einless ended up being top 10%. Well, even if you disregard the other 90%, they've got a lot of friends in that 10% who are very magically talented. But they're not going anywhere because they have the same problem Einless does. They can't get the mana to actually improve. And mana pool sizes, or especially like spell slots, is so critical to a mage because, just like the class, once you're out of spells, you got your magic items. That's about it. So if you can constantly cast spells, you're a powerful asset. Once you're out, not so good. There's also requirements to advance your class. You have to have a certain number of spell points. The majority of her classmates she knows are stuck at Master, Grandmaster, but she's the first of her group to reach Sage. And only through your help. They know half a dozen people who would jump at the chance, but she'd only trust about 2 of them. The other 4 have turned to other means to overcome their limitations and bottlenecks, and some of them aren't very
nice.
Yes, nice or above board.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's, well, my favorite one. I have a request of you.
Of course. What's up?
I want you to try a practice I do.
A practiced item?
No, I want you to try a practice that I do.
Okay.
Let's go find a room. No, wait, here. Yeah, let's go to the inn. We'll go into the room.
All right.
And then I will pull Einless. Well, Einless hasn't seen it yet, so I'll be like, "Come with me," and I will lift up my neck to reveal the freaking the dream orb hanging from the collar I made, and pull Einless in with me.
Oh, fascinating. This is... Wait a second. This is not just an illusion realm. This is a dream realm where illusions can become reality and reality can become illusions. This
From
is...
my understanding, it is called the Mind's Eye Dream Orb.
Isn't that a heavenly object? Like, divine grade?
Yeah.
Well, you are my master. I'd expect no less.
I what was that place called? The
Field of Forgotten Dreams? Field of Lost Dreams? Yeah.
No, in character he's going, what was that spirit place called? The field right.
Lost Dreams.
Yeah, we fell into the field of lost dreams, and I danced with a bunch of old spirits and prayed at a temple, and they gave me this.
Huh. Sounds a little dangerous, though.
The others said they almost died. I just danced and had fun.
Maybe that was the point all along?
I believe it. But, here, sit down. I need you to concentrate. I'm going to begin teaching Einless and see if she can learn my conflux herself.
They'll have to spend merit to pick it up, but they can learn it. Since they are bound to you as the special disciple, they do get merit.
Okay.
They also have fate points, so they get merit too.
Yeah.
So.
But it's, practice that with her for a few hours to see if she can get a feel for it. Get that feel of drawing mana in from outside to strengthen yourself.
Which is what mages try and do all the time. It's the efficiency of it. Yeah. And also, human vessels are not designed to hold past a certain capacity. Monsters cheat because they have a monster core.
Char sent me spiders and said it was your fault.
Oh my god.
Hey, Maury.
Blatt says hi. But, yeah, based on the understanding of mana pool, my mana pool, it's a means of reinforcing the character's mana pool to improve what that mana pool can hold.
You'll actually find something strange. Instead of a mana pool, you'll find a monster core. Einless, as your primary disciple, has formed their own core.
Yeah, I remembered that they were going to do that.
Their mana pool now has the limitations Monstre does, which is non-existent. They can infinitely gain mana now. And then you realize that's one of the greatest gifts you can give a human mage. Just every time you sit down, you're just going to cultivate. And also, if Einless dies, you can save her monster gem.
Yep.
It's different shaped than the monster core. It's a bit smaller, and it's a different shape and color. But she's got her own core. It's basically, if you remember, back when we were playing the dragon core.
Yeah.
In Isekai. It's kind of like that. But for this one, it's basically a monster gem.
Yep. Just gonna look over Einslith, see what other changes she's developed. Because she's becoming part Kitsune.
Not much in the changes on that, but they did make a spell on the spot, which is very strange. It looks like they may be a spellwinder. which is very good. They can make their own spells. And the spell they make is Maniacal Villain. A chair will spawn, a very just grandiose chair that's kind of just looks like it's made of mana particles.
Mm-hmm.
So it's translucent. And there is a genderless, identityless mastermind villain who sits on the chair and just sits there, stapling his fingers until you jump on his lap, and then he pets you like Mr. Bigglesworth.
This is amazing.
And it only requires about 5 mana a minute, and it goes until you turn it off. So you can take a nap in the sun and just have him go, yes, Mr. Bigglesworth, yeah.
Yes. I love this. But I'll look at Ivy and be like, so you have a monster core now.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. But it also comes with the perk of you no longer have the limitations of being human.
Yes,
grow that mana, girl.
I figured something was strange. I was always been aware that my body is it's like a cup or a bowl, and it's always been full, constantly full to the point of overflowing. And I just tried to build a bigger reservoir, a bigger cup, bigger bowl, or at least a taller one. Now I can't even see the droplets in my cup. But it's got plenty in there. It's just looks empty.
Based on my understanding of the Monstre Core mana pool, it's more like there's a... Think of a Monstre Core as a small circle in space. And the lines of mana in existence is a thread that's passing through every Monstre crystal. And when Monstres cast spell, it's less that they're pulling from a pool and more they're exhausting themselves by drawing mana from the mana in the region.
Oh, that. No wonder we can't beat your kind who are very good at magic. You don't play fair.
I mean, fair, but I like being able to hug a ley line. It's warm and comfy. But the big ones,
I do not
they get
recommend
angry.
hugging ley lines. That's just my humble opinion.
The big ones, they get angry, yeah. But the little ones, they're like me. They like cuddles.
I'll take your word for it.
But, yeah. My thought is this training practice for fortifying a mana pool to improve its capabilities. I wonder if we can work together to develop a means of teaching this.
I'm going to have to do some research studies, but you are trying to become a celestial designer. What if you can build an artificial mana core for your protectors, your new followers?
I'm going to be like, ooh.
If you become a celestial designer, you can design and construct anything under heaven.
He is immediately going to turn around as a massive chalkboard appears.
Poof! Very cartoony. It just appears in just this one like smoke bomb.
Yep. And he is going to begin archetyping.
Cool. It is way harder than you think.
Yeah.
You need a very specific type of gem. From what you can understand, you need what is basically not an aetherless gemstone, perfectly cut in a very specific way with the crystal lattices arranged in a specific manner. You need something that does not have aether in it currently. It's completely removed of aether because for humans, when they intake aether or mana,
Mm-hmm.
it is personalized because they are an individual person, and when they intake it, it becomes no longer neutral. It's specific to them.
I am on the path to creating a mana heart.
Yeah, the materials will be very hard to get, but with your team, maybe not so hard.
Yeah.
Or maybe you just make it. I don't know.
Yeah.
There is one ingredient you do have that normally would be the bottleneck here: Ethereum. Ethereum can be used to etch circuitry into the gemstone.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's such a rare material that you have to go lane line fishing to get some, and that's not a fun experience most of the time. But you guys came from the Tower in the Sky raid, which had pools of it lying around.
Yeah.
And not only that, Susie found a way to refine it.
Yeah.
So,
and I've just got a couple water skins.
So you've got
Yep.
means. It's design and how you go about doing it. Quality, retention. You might have to make some few prototypes.
Yep. This is going to be my plan over time, and that is going to be my. As like thinking about it, that's going to be my reward for reaching a certain level of knowledge and recognition in the organization I am going to develop.
Well, I'll start reaching out to those I trust. Downside, they are still connected socially and via magic network to the other members of the class. I'll try and make sure it's kept quiet and reach out to the persons I trust, but even if my best efforts, it may end up spreading the information.
That's easy. Can you here just I will teach her the spell that I got that was the unique version of Geese.
Geis?
Yeah, the unique version that I learned, which was contractual guys.
Oh, yeah, that'll work. Sure.
And just teach her that and the unique way the monster I have of just making it a higher level spell and be like, you can just cast it at the highest level you have available that you know.
This will only work in person, though. I was going to reach out to an encrypted mage network that we all have access to as alumni from the school.
Yeah. No, what I'm recommending is reach out, invite them to tea, and when we go into town in a bit to go have me run by the big temple, you can offer them, and offer them the means, but swear them to secrecy through the contract.
Okay. And they kind of pause for a moment, and then you both get kind of in sync because you guys are connected. Yep. A very bad premonition. Something's brewing in the capital when you mentioned it.
Hmm. And this, I'm gonna make a phone call.
Please do. Something strange. Is
I'm,
this from you? Is this your?
yeah, yes.
Okay.
I'm a legendary creature. We get hoodoo feelings when we speak of and mention certain things if big things are happening or in motion. This is kind of the legendary creature's gut feeling of be careful if I'm actually going to this area because something may be going bad.
Hmm. Are you doing
It's
call
why-
dad?
Yes, I am calling Dad.
Call dad.
You just Papa go.
Ah, Ashen Fur. Good to hear you again. How are you?
You remember how you taught me about the bad feelings?
Yes, not to ignore them because of your nature. It's part
Yeah.
of your history, your legacy, your bloodline.
Yep.
Hmm.
Well, I remember you telling me you had some eyes and ears in the big human capital city.
I have a couple. They need to be discreet, but they can get some information. What's going on?
Can you pull on them? Just the mere mention of the capital city has shivers running down not just my spine, but Einlist, the one who's connected to me.
Okay, that will be. That'll naturally happen no matter what. If you're
Mhm.
connected deeply enough with a contractee, they're going to automatically feel any premonition, no matter how big or small.
Well, they have been recognized by the world as my chosen disciple.
Congratulations. I would go in further about asking about your chosen, but let's stay on target here.
Yeah.
When you got the premonition, were there any specific details of the conversation in regards to the capital? Or was it just the capital that was mentioned?
There were two parts. One,
Okay.
we are thinking of meeting with some of those that she trusts because I'm wanting to teach, and as a promise to what was the big major deity's name? Not the
Apollo?
deity, no, not the deity, the champion of all deities. What?
Kronos?
No, the one who was sitting in the chair holding it for
Oh,
Apollo.
yeah.
What was,
Oh, gosh. I'm even blanking on the name. I have too much information.
Anaprenza.
Yeah.
Anaphensa. And it's like,
The champion of the gods. Okay,
Yeah.
Anaphensa. Yeah.
So I'll be like, as a promise to Anaphensa, I promise to not bias myself. So if I want to teach magic, I have to open it to all.
That's very honorable.
And Ainsliff has some that she trusts. And we were going to reach out to them when we visited the capital.
And that
because-
sensation runs through you again, that premonition of something
that
really bad is going to happen.
It's like the shiver, and I've got to do that because it feels really bad whenever I mention it. So it's a repeating premonition.
Okay, so...
And I have to go there because I have a quest requiring me to visit the primary temple of Apollo. Because I am the bearer of the sacred flame and I have to go ignite something in the temple of Apollo.
Okay, so the connecting 2 points here. And a moment, please. I'm going to rope in the rest of the family here. And you hear him do something, some sort of spell in a language you don't know. And then, Susie, you hear a tink, tink, tink. Hello? Susie?
Yeah, hello, Father.
Yes. Sorry to bother you. I wanted to reach out to you and through your connectivity to the rest of my children. There's a potential concern that's starting to rise. I'm going to conference call us with Ashenfur, and he somehow graphs the spell he cast with Call Dad spell, which is goofy.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of feel him weave the spells together.
Yep. Ainsley is probably sitting there staring, taking notes.
And this is like, you've never seen them just without control of their facial expressions, especially their eyebrows. They're just looking at like, what the fuck? You can do that?
He's like,
that's illegal.
Leans over and whispers, no, this is my dad. He's a ancient grandmaster mummy.
I'm not that old, dear child.
To me, you are. I'm a month old.
I'm only 2 ancients rather than 4.
Like, here, I'll bring Ainsley in. Like,
what the hell? Hi. Oh my god, a mummy! Oh no!
Hey, be nice. This is Papa Gull.
Sorry, I've had a bad experience in the desert in the past. It did involve a mummy, and I was kind of that cliche soul survivor thing. Whew. I happen to know a basic remove curse spell. That's the only reason I live. Oh, yes. There's a very basic spell most mummy sorcerers learn when they're young. It's Curse of Dryness. It's a simple curse, and it requires a basic low-level spell to remove it. But in the desert, it's enhanced. Not just because of the heat in the environment, but the elements and the magic. Curses lean on that environmental factor for synergy, and it compounds the effects of the spell. So your friends probably dried out as they sweated every last bit of moisture from their pores until they were dried paper. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yes, Curse of Dryness. Apologies, I didn't mean to make light of the loss of your companions, but if you're that deep in the desert to run into a mummy, you shouldn't have been there.
Anyways. I just sit on Ainsley's shoulder and console with the tail floof.
Okay. Also, I happen to notice. Congratulations, Susie, on your new position.
Thank you very much, Lord Gull.
I'm so proud of all of you. And everyone in the group is also, because they're attached to the friend network, everyone's also brought in on the conference call. So, Eatsley and Android, you feel free to speak up, because you're in the conference call. You can also hear what's going on. I don't particularly have the right words to express how proud I am of all of you.
Yeah.
So I'll just leave it at I'm proud of you all. And congratulations. So, I brought everyone into this particular call because Ashenfur, his species of monstre, have connections to the world in a very interesting way. You may not be fate inclined, but the spirit aspect absolutely does have a bit more of a voice. We were going over a premonition and abbreviated findings is when his trip to the capital with Einlis after they reached out to their allies about a tea party. And then you put Ashenfur and Einless. Yeah, no, something's bad.
Yep.
But we can say each of those individually, those three things. But together, it consistently, now there's 3 times proven that there's a premonition. Susie, what do you think? You have a profound connection to fate.
The first thing that comes to mind is the upcoming strange market within the capital.
Mm-hmm.
And
no, it's in the genie area.
It's in the genie area. Yes. The Temple of Apollo and Char's thing was the okay. I mean, I can always take a look, but maybe it's best not to. Maybe it's just something that we should be wary of.
If you could, Ashenfur, give me a scoring on the sensation you feel. If it forces you to shiver every time, that's pretty up there. Let's say 10 is maximum. 1 is a minor inconvenience.
It's like, so with Ashenfur, the creepiest thing he's ever felt had that shiver go down his spine, and he could always scale it by the number of tails that stood on end.
All the tails stand on end, even the ones that don't obey.
Is like, hey, Papagal,
Mm-hmm.
based on instinct, this on your scale of 1 to 10 would be an 11.
Oh.
Even the tail that I have that doesn't listen to me, that's bound to
I dear Dale.
Yeah, even that tail stands on end with all its hair standing up when I do this.
Oh, I know something.
Yes.
I spoke to Anafenza about having to go to the capital with Ashenfur. They said to be careful.
Yes. The capital is... Oh, go ahead. All right.
They said a time's coming. Something about demons?
Yes. It could. But a time is coming, could be 10 years from now, tomorrow, 100. If it was going to be a demon invasion, I would have felt it. I have considerable investments in observing potential breach points. And it's one of the things I share in common with the Pharaoh, king of the desert. He also is looking out for it.
What about Notch?
Yes, Notch. Potentially.
They have these earrings now. See no evil, hear no evil. Maybe those are things that stop you from being able to notice those kind of moves. But the bigger storm is still there. It's just doesn't let you know.
They're hidden away from sight, word of mouth, and hearing. So
Correct.
They are basically invisible to our methods. But on the flip side, that does not mean their actions,
correct,
and the consequences of said actions once they have left are not perceivable.
You can get a better feel for it if you've got something powerful tied to demons, right?
Potentially, yes. I know that fine Eatsley has taken the strange object, the strange cube. You can actually determine if there's going to be a breach if there is strange activity on that object.
Oh, I was thinking that maybe if you petted the skin easily got, you could figure something out.
Do not touch that with your bare fingers. I'll say that now. Please do not touch that directly without some sort of layered protection. And then
Okay.
you should definitely get rid of that protection after you're done with it. Or give it to Phil for him to cleanse.
Fair.
I think this is something new. How many people survived the raid?
Everyone. I believe one team ended up cursed because they didn't make it all the way through.
We had one team that had somebody die. I remember.
Okay. Death is natural in a dungeon or a raid. Let's do a little comparison. Before you walked in to the raid, you were at, let's say, value 1. Just for this example. When you exited the raid, what number would you give yourself from the starting value? Like, how much stronger do you think you got?
I'd say a 10, just because of my new cosmic element.
10. An improvement of 9.
I would say.
Wow.
I would say, me personally, I went up maybe 2 to 3 levels to a 3 or a 4 because I didn't really learn too much more, but I figured out ways to do things in different ways.
Sure. Let's also say opportunities gained that you haven't actualized yet, but have gotten access to that you couldn't otherwise, as part of that number. You should add that in.
Oh,
I've already done that.
Oh, then
knowledges that you haven't explored but now know you can, or class paths that you can, or job paths that you can unlock.
Untenable calculation, as I have figured out and am in the process of becoming a celestial designer.
Okay. Indrid, what do you, if you going into the raid, you gave yourself the starting value of 1, what number would you give yourself to show how much stronger you've gotten when you came out of the raid?
100.
100?
Yeah.
Okay, so if that is the case,
Amazing.
we can potentially extrapolate that you are not the only ones with the boost of power, expansion of knowledge, or specific resources, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I like I'm not the one asked.
Are you saying about the other raid members?
Yeah, Easley, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, I forgot.
Like, no. He's like, no. He's like, no. I gotta reject. I gotta pass
that's the
over.
GM being a dum dum. Sorry, Easley.
I don't know. I know how to punch now, and I hate it.
You're now also a Soul Warden, Eatsley.
I am Soul
Eatsley
Warden
was
now.
trained by Anafenza.
Oh, apologies.
I hate it.
A number, please, just for the exercise.
You're just gonna think about it. Easily like 10.
Oh dear. Okay. And then we go back to what you were saying, Joni.
Lord Ghoul, are you saying that the people that were also in the raid group might have also gotten these gains? Yes. Or is it more of a balance thing you're thinking of? The fact that we became more powerful, other people out in the continent could have also gotten more powerful?
Not necessarily.
We should worry about the people in the raid group as well. Maybe
right. I was only talking about the raid group. Those who succeeded in completing all 10 floors. Because if you are telling me just the incredible growth that you had from 1 to 10, 1 to 100, 1 to a number not yet determined. You are probably not the only ones walking out with such power. Eatsley, if you remember correctly, there was a paladin
Yes.
who you have a rivalry with.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see them coming out of the raid? Have you resolved that?
I have not been able to find them. I was teleported someplace else. They were
They
not
might
there.
have come across something and brought it to the temple.
Mm-hmm.
In the capital.
I see.
They were the type.
So, and that's for everybody, except for, I mean, even those who were cursed, they still received the benefits of at least the progress they made. They may not have
Won
gotten
the
the
9.
grand prize.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
may
they
not have gotten
were
the grand prize.
They were able to receive a direct gift from Apollo.
Oh, fuck. Paul, so I'm so sorry. I foul language. I'll put a mana crystal in the jar.
He was also a high paladin of Apollo.
Okay. I need to make a phone call. Just put yourself on mute. I don't want to waste the spell. And then there is a call, and there is what looks like a sun disk swiveling its way over, and one eye that opens up in the middle of the sun disk that peers down. If you ever seen Overlord, you know how Ain't Al Ghul has that dark socket with that glowing red orb?
Yep.
Kind of like that. There's this just glowing red dot in that eye socket that opens up. And your Lord Ghul does a deep, deep bow. Pharaoh. Ghul. There may be new factors. I've seen them. War is coming. They will not reach us here. Let them burn. They will destroy themselves with their newfound power. We need not lift a finger. Be wary, though. You are too close to the border. Your defenses are not enough. You will need a monolith, or something, of equal power to defend yourself. You do not have the time to construct it. You'll have to steal one.
We have something.
And then this eyes, it moves across to look at you, and it's like a grindstone across your sanity as it looks at you. A writ maker. You are permitted to speak.
Lord Ghul, we were given a effigy for our dungeon. I believe we should make use of.
Effigy is different than a monolith.
No, remember the monolith that we had gotten the means of creation, that all we had to do was show up and put it in place, and we were going to have that massive pillar of atomization from super magic?
You talking about the ritual stuff? No, not the ritual.
The rune thing.
We didn't get any of those, though.
No.
Yeah.
What we got was
the World Eater Stone.
Yes.
The World, yeah. Or the Ouroboros Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jormungandr's Stone. That's just an effigy. It's not a monolith. A monolith is a ziggurat, or a sun disk, or a mage tower. Something that is basically a giant murder device. That is fortress and super weapon.
I have an idea.
And the eye grinds over your way.
I was going to be like...
An apostle?
Yes.
A Deerendale. I suppose you may speak as well.
Thank you.
All these positions of authority. This pharaoh's like, I'm about to rate. Oh, wow.
Mad giggles.
You have an office that matters. Damn.
There is ancient ruins that are very close to the Dungeon of the Lost Menagerie. I do believe we might find something of interest there, something ancient, something of this monolith type.
The obelisk.
The obelisk type.
Yes. That.
It is very close. We never got to experience it, but I believe there is some power there that could be researched.
There is power there. Terrible dark power. That obelisk is the seal to the descent into madness. The descent into Avernus. Darkness and evil is sealed there. But so are the relics and objects of unimaginable power from ages gone past. We're trapped there. A necessary sacrifice. They could not be retrieved, so it's best they were left where they lie, as the seal was placed. Abominations, horrors, things that skitter and crawl and break the mind by even looking at them. That is what is trapped there.
One option, then. Thank you for the clarification, Lord Pharaoh.
There is something that you could potentially acquire. The Desolator would have fragments of destroyed monoliths. You would have to defeat him, claim his hoard, and construct something quickly.
Blat.
Mm-hmm.
Ashenfur has an idea.
Yeah.
And completely ignoring the pharaoh, he's going to turn around, poof out his chalkboard,
Poof.
And begin doing his archaeomancy artificing of an instant build tower with the rune of destruction that he had figured out.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
I do like this Desolator idea. I could, theoretically,
because of all my bonuses with you,
touch the Desolator and remove all of his evolutions as a catalyzer.
I will be it.
The issue will be physical contact.
The issue is physical contact, but it's possible that I could do it.
You will need a blessing of God. And not just anyone. You will need a blessing of Apollo so powerful to overcome the Desolator's fire. You will also need Zarakul's blessing to fight off chaotic energies and the energies of darkness and evil.
I have both of those.
You have the evil god's blessing against...
Not his blessing, no, but I have something to counteract the evil and the darkness. I have a gloam sphere. Not a... Wait. Did I say it right?
Yeah, gloam sphere, yeah.
I have a gloam sphere that has been
from
enhanced.
The deepest trenches of the ocean? That changes things.
And I have a blessing of Apollo that allows me to survive death once.
That is a foolish choice. You will need immunity to fire and heat of all types. The Desolator cloaks himself in an aura of ruin.
Ashen Fur, as he's drawing on the chalkboard. I have that.
The eye scrapes over towards you.
Sees a floof drawing on a chalkboard a tower of destruction.
The eye, you can feel a power build to just disintegrate you, but then his eye flicks up to look at your drawing and goes, "The Rune of Destruction."
Like, yeah,
Where
if
did
you do
learn that?
Dungeon, but if I do this and this with my means of using the divine artificing, and I use the writ, and he's just listing the materials that he has, and he goes,
Do you write like pew pew on the diagram?
Yep, and I'm like, if I do if I do this, it'll bring me another step closer to being the celestial designer too.
Interesting. Question.
Oh, I can wreath it in the sacred flame too.
Question.
Oh, yes.
Silence you. Your erratic banter is detracting from this conference.
I thought you were asking me the question.
No. The Dark One. The one that's lurking in the back with eyes of burning red.
Oh, she said she'd be right back. 1 sec. Go to the bathroom.
We'll hop back to when they get here. Writmaker.
Yes.
There's something strange about your configuration.
I'm Spirit Warden.
Not just that. I've seen Spirit Wardens before.
I'm a Wanderer. Or are you referring to... I want to hold out both the Aetherless Scythe and the Aetherless Lantern.
That is what it is. Those are the only weapons that can actually harm the Desolator and get through his impenetrable armored scales. And I do emphasize, impenetrable. I have directly struck him with the Sun Disk before. It was inconvenience. Nothing
I remember.
more.
How long has the Desolator been alive?
He has been my lifelong nemesis ever since I came to power. For about as long as I have. He has ruled this desert in contest with me for a long time.
And so, is he ageless?
Yes.
He
is preparing himself to fight the dragon god and slay him. And in my not so humble opinion, I think he can do it.
Do you know if he has greatly sinned?
Yes, he's a dragon. But they are also forgiven for those sins because they are a dragon. The dragon god is the one who bears the sins of all the other dragons for their avarice, their greed, their hunger, their ambition. It might even be a worse death for him to kill the dragon god and be the bearer of the sins of all dragons. But he would have come across a terrible, horrible power that none would be able to stop.
I could judge him.
You'd be judging the dragon god, not him.
I want to look at him. Does it seem like he knows some of my abilities?
In regards to Zeke, yes.
Okay.
Probably by your assessment. He also subscribes to, Zeke,
Mhm.
and is very highly favored by Zeke, and is very well known, learned, and steeped in the godly tongue and the ways of the writ. Probably also has a unique class gifted from Zeke as well, or a job. His left-hand lieutenant is a vizier of the dead.
That's true. And I'm like,
You could make a writ of fire.
Actually, I had a different idea.
Hmm.
Would the dragon god have the items we are looking for?
Yes. But not in the availability that you would think. They're also a dragon. They're also the most dragon of dragons. Their greed is inconsolable. Their avarice unmatched. Their hunger unsatiable.
Would he prefer... I don't know him. What if I was able to balance his scales before his death? Would he pay for that?
Do not seek audience with the dragon god. There's other avenues.
On the plus side, we do have the fact that the dragon has lost, how much? 10% of his horde already?
Yes, but... Did you find his inner horde? A dragon of that size has tiers on their horde. Layers.
I'm not sure.
They bury their most valuable things underneath valuable things. Phil will kind of look over. What about if we gave him the answers to the most important questions in the world? Like, why is fire hot? And why is water wet? And the ground is hard? And why wind goes whoosh? And this pharaoh is just staring at Phil like... It's like he's having a Peter Griffin moment where it's just like, I just stubbed my toe mentally. Oh, God. Oh, why do you open your mouth?
Indrid's back, by the way.
So I had to get my doggy treats. She was bored.
Fearbringer. What do you say, I wonder, on how capable you are in bringing fear?
I'm just gonna spook him.
Yeah. The eye will twitch. He is fearless. He cannot be feared, but you can fear the fearless.
Can I roll on my fearless thing?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Just gotta read it again.
A little jump scare.
Do you give him a scree, or you just give him a boo, or like a ha?
I'll do a scree.
That's definitely spooky. Mothman scree!
I've got so many powers, Matt. I've got so many of them.
Yeah. I'm gonna put you to the test here. If you're gonna take on the Desolator, you're gonna need them powers.
Yeah, it's minus 30 opposed willpower to fear unfearable objects.
Go for it. Let's see what you got there, Ellie. Want to hear it? Let's see what you got. no. Oh, did you include your unnaturals?
No, I didn't. So that's a plus 50.
You got quite a few of those, Allie. You know, those unnaturals that you're hanging out with. This is just a couple.
Sorry.
Plus all the armor.
Yeah, and any bonuses from your set gear.
Yeah. Shit. Okay, so I have 50 willpower, and I have... my gear gives me fear rating 9.
Mm-hmm. You could feel the fear start to sink in on the pharaoh, and then he raises his staff and slams the butt in the ground and says, "Enough," and banishes all status conditions.
That's fair. That's
Good.
fair.
You might have provided your family with an alternative solution. One of the things dragons are weak to is not fears per se, but they are weak in the mind. You may think they are strong of will. They are not. Otherwise, they would be able to use patience and temperance. They would be able to fight their greed and avarice and their insatiable hunger. They are creatures of impatience. Go after his mind. Tear it down brick by brick when he is awake or asleep. Bring his castle to rubble. When he is standing where his mind is in shambles and he doesn't know his own name anymore, you burn everything to the ground again until there is nothing but a mindless husk. Destroy him from within, in the one place that he thinks himself safe. What say you, Fearbringer? You think yourself up to the task?
I will spook him.
You'll need to do more than that. You'll need to redefine fear itself. And then you can spook him.
Sounds like a challenge. Sounds like it will be character building.
If you are courageous enough, you may approach my pyramid. There is an old relic from the war, the demons, that belong to your people. If you are bold enough and capable enough to claim it, it's yours. But it won't be free. The trial to claim it will be the price. Death could be around any corner.
I already met him. I've got a skull.
Well, if you're old friends with death, I suppose it won't be too much of a problem, though, with it.
Of course not.
You cannot fear a Fearbringer. Very well. Find out what the humans are up to, specifically, and how they're going to implement it. I have divined what is to come, but the details on the how and the what are yet clouded. But it is in the capital of the human empire. I'm a half a mind to destroy it, but the administrators will not be pleased, and the balance will be broken.
I'm just gonna look over at Gaul and be like, "Hey, Papa Gaul, it wouldn't have anything to do with my quest, would it?"
I don't think so.
Though I do think we should probably get that quest done sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
My child had a premonition, Pharaoh. The 3 parts are the capital, the arrival for a clandestine tea meeting, and the approachment of the Apollo Temple. And when he lists those, you're like,
Why do I have to go deliver the sacred flame? It's annoying.
because it is a flame worth the effort. And you kind of see him, the eye goes straight down as if he's looking at something at his feet. That too is obscured. Interesting. There's 2 pieces of information I can provide you. There's a betrayal somewhere. Whether it's intentional or accidental, there will be a betrayal. And it will be from an unlikely source. 2, if you are not able to prevent what is to come, little fox and bound human, your fate is worse than death. You will beg for it, and you will never find it. And he will not be able to save you.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Have you lost your courage, little one? Or are you still going to face it?
It just looks up from the chalkboard, gives the slight squinty eye. Who said I lost my courage? I just said I didn't like it.
Your tone might have implied otherwise.
It's annoying and it keeps me from doing my research. The last thing that did that, I atomized.
A good response. All right. Go, you have your task. This will be a task that will matter. If you complete your task honorably and successfully, you will be welcome home again. And Gaul is physically shook at the announcement. War is coming. You must either prepare for it or prevent it. Find out which option is the only one available. I don't see either working. You should throw all of your resources in one of the 2 options, but not both. You'll find yourself coming up short when it matters. Only contact me again when you have progress or significant news to the situation. Otherwise, there will be an emissary at your doorstep within a few days. Speak to them instead, for small things. You will also be permitted to wander the deep desert. The ghouls will no longer attack you. Behave yourselves, though. I'll be watching. And then the eye closes, and the sun just fades. And then you realize the room has reached like 130 degrees in the mental scape. And, that's unpleasant. That's so unpleasant. Ooh. Whew. That's hot.
Well, that sounds terrible, guys. Looks like we got some stuff ahead of us.
It'll be okay, Susie. You've got me.
I do got you, and I got Eatsley, and I got... Who else do I got? I got Philip, and I got my kitsune. Ashenfur, and I got our Gloomstalker, and I got Crystal Crab, and Wood Sprite, and she'll just list the rest of the people in her thing instead of continuing this on. We got this, guys.
Thank God.
So,
Can you pass me my mangoes?
No.
Understand.
So does this mean we should get the temple thing knocked out quick? Because I only have one thing left to do in Skyhold.
Well,
You
you
get
might
the
be able
temple.
to find opportunities or materials that could change your approach going on later. And it is kind of my timer clock, so you're not in Skyhill forever. But I'm not going to rush you out of it. We'll probably spend the rest of the session here, closing some stuff off, and then next session we'll start back on the continent.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Well, then that being the case, I will look at Ainsliff and be like, well, got ideas, got plans, introduce you to Papa Gall.
I have a
one
series of... Oh, yes.
No,
I think I know who's the betrayer in this equation, but I could be wrong.
Okay. Okay. I have one last place to go. You can come if you want. But it could be dangerous.
More dangerous than suffering a fate worse than death for all eternity?
How are you with being struck by lightning?
Lightning. Well, I'm not exactly lightning immune, but I'm not too worried.
Okay, because I've got to go meet the what'd they call him? The progenitor of storm elementals.
Well, that could be interesting.
I have
All
a
right.
guaranteed audience.
Do you speak primordial?
I speak the true tongue of spirits, so I guess?
Well, if you do, then that's pretty ideal. Spirits have very strange languages. But if you speak their true language, then you should be okay.
Yeah, I speak with my buddies all the time. As he tail thumbs at the storm and tornado element spirits.
We're fighting right now.
Yeah.
They're arguing over who's Wushir. Yeah. They're arguing over who is Wushir, and Phil is the judge.
Yep.
Whoever can make the wind go whoosh the best.
I entirely believe this.
And then you realize, spirits are just giant children. Giant man babies. No, I'm cooler. No, Just
Nope. Well then, I guess. Did anybody else want to go to the Storm Coast?
Did we just come from the Storm Coast?
No.
Yeah.
Allie, where was your place at? What was that? Did you get your quest on that?
Yep, they did. to gaze at the stars at the farthest reaches of the dark side of
That
Skyhope.
one. That one.
Nope.
But it wasn't the Storm Coast. Okay, never mind.
And they got the Wiggler. Wiggle.
So that being the case, I guess I can just teleport over and knock it out real fast?
I'm actually going to have you join the party first.
Okay. Well, then I will look at Isaac and be like, do you want to hang out in the library a bit longer, or do you want to come with?
I need to conclude my adventure here with the hero party, so that when Excelsior dismisses us from our adventure, that I am there to finish that journey. I will then join you once you have returned to your home.
Okay. See you later.
Of course.
And we'll just telepoof.
Telepoof! Poof! Now where did the party go? They're at the Sky Monastery of Hot Chilies!
Susie's been doing chores to earn the seeds, and that's all I'm doing.
During your chores, you will find a private little 1 foot by 1 foot little garden that's been cordoned off from the others. It has a little stake and a little string that helps. There is, in fact, a chili so hot it's its own unique fire source.
Nice.
It looks dangerous. You actually start palpitating your heart, and you start sweating profusely just looking at it, and your eyes are starting to burn a little bit. And you can literally, just by looking at it, your brain goes, ha, it's hot, spicy, gosh, stop. And the longer you look at it, the hotter and the worse the symptoms get.
Is it just one?
Yeah, one single plant with one kind of shriveled and withered, dark crimson, black, and red pepper.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip that pepper, leaving the plant there. I'm going to snip it with my spoon, so I can catch it at the same time. That's 10 meters away from myself, so it's not too hot to deal with.
You're not going after the pepper, right? You're just going after the plant.
Well, I wanted to go after the pepper.
It is the monastery's prized pepper, though.
Okay. I was thinking if I went after the plant, they couldn't grow another one.
Remember, your ability to take a snipping of the plant without harming it, and then have it arrive in the specific location of your choice, because it's Plant Charmer.
Well, I could do Plant Charmer on the plant itself, so it could do that. Yeah. But I don't have anywhere it could deliver it.
Your lab, in a safe jar, or in one of the fumigator chambers in your alchemy lab. You can have it arrive in a plant pot.
All right.
And then you can put it in the.
Let's do a charm then for it.
Yeah, the tortoises would be heartbroken if you took away their prize pepper.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
yeah, I have charmed it, and yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If you succeed in growing it, it is its own unique fire. Spiciness. Straight chemical capsaicin magically reinforced and magnified beyond reason and sanity.
Righty.
It is hotter than normal fire. Like it's actually safer just to eat normal fire. Just eat it. Yeah. It's capsaicin so hot it actually burns you physically, like straight bone degree, 4th degree burn type of thing. That burns your marrow. Yep.
So
yeah, it's super hot. Oh my gosh. If you grow a pepper, dried it out, gave it to Indrid. Indrid did troublemaker and mischief and turned it into pepper bombs.
It'd be dangerous.
Oh gosh. You couldn't get that out if you wanted. You'd actually start fires on things in addition to just people going, I quit it live, it's too hot. Ah! It's what? Oh,
just need some bear mace.
It's a bear mace at that point. That's funny.
That sounds like fun, Susie.
Yeah. Nicely done, Zeus. Is your guarding / herbology or are all those skills maxed out?
Herbalist is only 1 check.
Go ahead and get yourself a second check mark. Working in the gardens.
Cool.
There's new little bugs and critters. There's new little small little weeds and stuff that you haven't seen before.
Right on.
It's in a different biome.
Yeah.
So it kind of really expands your knowledge on cultivating plants.
Cool.
Okay. Let's hop over to Indrid. What are you doing? What do you want to do? You're at the monastery, waiting for Ashen for Telepoof. He's on his way. What are you up to?
I'm gonna wander around and check out the monastery.
It is just a collection of monastic tortoises who love to eat stupidly hot food at all times. And they're just a bunch of monks.
What are they all doing?
Think Kung Fu Panda. They're martial artists, but specifically the monk class. They're all monk class. And their days are really slow, except when they eat the peppers. And then they're like, oh, I can go fast now.
Oh.
It is very fun to people watch, because at some point one of the tortoises who's doing I have to go collect buckets of water, put the stick on it, put the stick over my shoulders, and like carry water up the stairs. He looks up the stairs and goes, that's a lot of stairs. You know what really helped me get up these stairs fast? A pepper. And he pulls a pepper out of his like little cash bag, eats the pepper, chews it for a long time, and eventually gulps it down. And then he moves quite sprightly up those steps.
I want to figure out how to use the magic of these peppers to move faster myself.
Okay. Looks like it's not particularly that they're magical in the nature that makes you fast. It's just really hot. It gets your heart racing. Because the tortoises, they're very slow. Everything inside them moves slow and methodical. But, it gets the heart beating really fast. Gives you a kind of a rush when you eat the peppers.
Can I find a pepper to eat?
They're all over the place. You can even go to a tortoise and be like, hey, what's your hottest pepper? I want to eat it. And they'll be like, I got a pepper for you, ma'am. Oh, boy, do I.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah, you go around just eating peppers, and you're just like, it's so awful, it's so hot, but also, whee! And you're just zipping around.
Can I collect some peppers to put in my bag for later?
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you do a little bit of gardening or help move some stuff, or basically just do some menial labor chores, they'll throw just bags of peppers at you.
Yeah.
Yep.
How many peppers can I get for a day of labor?
2 dozen really, really hot peppers. Okay. They're an assorted mix. Different shapes and sizes and heat profiles, and some of them are like, yeah, I smoke my peppers. Oh yeah, smoked dried peppers. Ooh. Yep. Okay. Eatsley, what are you doing in the interim of the telepoof?
Partially contemplating how to get home sooner.
Don't put the crackers in the fridge.
Say that again, Eatsley.
Honestly, probably nothing. Just relaxing, because he's like, I'm not gonna have much time to relax after this. And he was promised peppers from here, so he can make some sake.
You have a basket, a wicker basket brought to you filled with peppers.
Yeah.
And as you relax and kind of muse over the hotness of peppers, that tortoise that greeted you, he sits down and shares wine with you. And you just kind of sit in the pagoda. Just if you want to talk, you can. If you just want to just enjoy the beautiful weather, and just drink and muse on the goings of the world. Yeah, you can just relax.
He's like, can't wait to wander back to this place.
Well, you're always welcome. And you look like a very strong and capable fellow. If you're willing to help us around the house a little bit, we're always willing to pay you in peppers.
Oh, good.
And wine.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget the wine.
Of course. That won't be for some time, I think.
Oh, whenever you have a chance, we'll be here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, then Easley's just having some peppers and some wine.
As you found yourself on one of Phil's horns.
Poof.
Oh.
Hi, Phil.
Hello, Ash. How you doing?
I'm doing. Where are we?
We're at Turtle Monastery, eating hot peppers. Yeah. Oh. Ugas tells me they're not actually turtles. They're tortoises, which are land-based turtles. I learned something today. Thank you, Ugas. Ugas kind of nods like, yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll go look around, see if I can find anybody.
Oh, Susie's in the pepper garden. Indrid's flying around, helping out a little bit, building up their pepper collection. Sheepney's training to be a hero. Eyeball Man. He's staring off into space menacingly, like he does, because that's his thing. Ugix and I are just hanging out, and Eatsley's on the pagoda thing. I learned that word today too. Hanging out, eating peppers, drinking wine, and thinking about why the wind goes whoosh.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, how you been?
I figured out a couple of plans. I'm going to build the Doom Tower. And then there was that whole conversation with Dad that figured out where somebody's trying to blow a bunch of stuff up or something, and we have to fix it.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Dig it.
All right, well, I'll go find Italy and them.
Okay.
Hop
Yeah.
on my pillow and start floating in.
And he's like, oh, I don't know, Gigs. I'm pretty sure the wind just goes whoosh and not whoosh. I'm not 100% sure on it, but I'm pretty convinced. And that's what, as you leave, Phil, that's the current conversation. Yeah, move your character. Next to who you want to locate and interact with.
We will go wandering in. Let's see here, zoom in a bit. Well, the first person I am going to end up finding is probably Cheapney, as he's the closest.
Hey, Ashifer, hey, how you doing?
How about you, Cheapney?
You want to see a cool move I figured out?
Totally.
Check this out. And he goes over to the target dummy, and he does a series of several dozen rapid thrusts. They're so fast, it's hard to see. With his sharp little pokey rapier sword. I learned multi-thrust techniques!
Sweet.
So one stabby poke turns into a whole bunch!
Nice.
Yeah. Isn't that heroic? Am I a hero yet? Do you think I'm a hero yet?
I think you're getting close.
I'm getting close? Oh golly, that's so cool.
Here, let me give you a present. And I'm going to reach out with the tail and etch a little rune into his sword so that it's coated with fire.
Oh, this is super heroic because it's a fire sword. Whoosh! Oh golly, thank you so much, Mr. Ashenfur. This is super cool.
Gives him a thumbs up. Like, well, I gotta go find the others now.
And I need to return to my hero training, because only a hero trains diligent. That one, the word. Hiya! Training!
Yep.
Have any of you guys played Fire Emblem? On the Game Boy? Back in the day?
Nope. Sadly, no.
Okay.
Next up will be Eatsley and his relaxation tortoise.
Yeah.
Oh, Edinburgh, you're here.
Hey, Eatsley.
Praise the gods.
I was researching. Sorry.
Are we getting ready to leave then?
Yeah, I've got to go to the storm area and have a meeting with the primordial, and then I'm done.
I'm turning to the tortoise. This has been fun.
No, sure. I have a recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
Do make sure you make your way over to a couple of the places found here. Might be interesting, or maybe not. It's a lot of places you can go. The ethereal sword isle. Yes.
That sounds fancy.
Mm-hmm.
It's, if I remember correctly, it's in a really dark place. Too dark when the storm is raging, but there's just enough light to see the sword within the darkness. When... Oh gosh, how's the rest of the tale go? When the storm has partially subsided, I think. Something like that. If I had a map of the world, I might be able to point it out to you, but...
And so he pulls out the map of the world.
Oh, that's where it went! Oh, yes, I lost it so long ago.
No, we have
This
one.
isn't my map. It's all different.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's kind of over here, which is kind of the same region that Mr. Wow, you are very fluffy. I just became very distracted about your fluffiness.
He gives him the cute fluff to completely distract him for a moment.
What were we talking about? Oh, you're very, very fluffy.
Ethereal Sword Island.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Floofer, you said you needed to talk to a storm spirit.
Yeah, I have to go to the heart of the storm. I was invited to, what did they say? To have storm flame tea with the primordial.
Well, should be in the same area, you know. Yes, both your things should be in the same general area, so you don't have to travel too far. Yes. Does that help at all?
I will see what I can find.
Oh, of course, of course. Oh, here's a bunch of to-go peppers for your family. They're not particularly spicy, but maybe you want to share them with the world. Or if you just want to spice up your day.
He's just gonna give him a bow and walk away.
Bye-bye. Oh, you are just so fluffy. I'm going to walk over there and I'm going to pet you. You better watch out.
I will let you if you tell me if there's a unique type of fire here I can lick.
Well, you drive a hard bargain. There is a pepper we have here called Hell's Fire. We didn't name it. We like to give ours a little bit fun names. But, imagine a most insidious and cruel fire trapped in a pepper. Is it a vegetable? Do you think peppers are vegetables or fruits?
I think it depends on whether they're grown underground or above.
Well, Maybe we can ask Miss Susie. Come with me, Mr. Shinfer, away to the Garden of Peppers.
And he will just climb up on the tortoise's shoulder.
Doesn't seem to notice. He just kind of eats a pepper and speeds up. Susie!
Yes?
You were met by the head turtle and Ashenfur?
Hi, Susie.
Ah, welcome back. How can I be of service?
Oh, we wanted to ask you a question. Do you think peppers are fruits or vegetables?
Peppers have seeds, therefore they are fruits, are they not?
Oh, you hear that, Ashenfire? They're fruits. Fruits of pain and heat and deliciousness.
Good to know. Good to know. The Hellfire Pepper.
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh. Can I lick it?
Oh, wouldn't recommend it.
So there's two things there. Two things you gotta watch out for. One, you'd want to put on your sacred flame, to stop the heat. The second thing is not the physical hotness, but the hotness, that you taste.
Just going to give the stink eye at the pepper. Does it give me that intrinsic feeling of I should not lick this?
It gives the intrinsic feeling of I'm gonna fuck you up. This ain't no weeble wobble. I am gonna end your career right here. Like, this thing is like bad talking you.
I will,
metaphor.
And then I coat myself in all of my fires and counter.
It's like, fucking fight me, bro.
Yeah,
I'll lay you all out.
Nope. Ashenfur has been challenged by fire. He immediately dives in and licks it.
Nom. Okay. So, let's go down the list. I'm going to give you the number, and then we're going to play a math game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a toughness test. You just have to pass. Now, the negative is pretty ugly, because this is a very high-ranked fire. It is also mean. And insidious. Cruel. It is not above hitting you with several low blows and cheap shots. So, give me a minus 250 on the toughness.
Okay. And would this qualify as a spiritual fire?
No. But you do get your fire bonus, which reduces the negative.
No,
so we're
because my fire element is improved twice. Any fire attacks are halved. That aren't negated.
We are now having the total you're currently at. So,
which is
125.
Okay.
Yeah, negative 125. We're halfway there already.
Right. Does spirit resistance help at all?
10. Yeah.
Okay.
So 115.
Because let's see here.
You do have a junk ton of boons, and if I remember correctly, you also have greatness realized. So a preloaded boon gives you a plus 30.
Yeah. The remaining question was, can I expend a legendary action point to improve my fire resistance?
Is it a legendary action you've already constructed?
No.
Unfortunately, no. Your fires, though, your Sacred Flame, give you plus 10 resistance per fire you have equipped.
So let me check my journal here. So I'm at a 125.
150 because of the spirit element.
150.
15. 115.
115. Okay. That will bring me up to, with my various fires, that will bring me up to 155.
Well, remember, we're going down. We want to reduce the negative.
So I'm reducing it by another 40.
Okay. So looks like a minus 75 toughness.
I will spend 4 boons.
Do you have greatness realize?
Yes.
And it's a plus 120 minus the 75. Not so bad. So you're looking at a 45. Plus 45 to the roll
plus
on
45.
your toughness.
Yep.
Which I'm pretty sure you should be able to pass.
Nice.
Yeah, you got it. You can add Hellfire. Which, interestingly enough, is the same type of fire the Desolator uses. Hellfire.
Which also makes me immune to Hellfire.
It does.
This also completes my quest, the rare quest Fire Eater.
Mm-hmm.
But as you told me to let you know, my lowest tier fire is the step above rare, because the only fires I have are Napalm Fire, Gentle Fire, Solar Fire, Sacred Fire, and Hellfire.
Sounds like a lot of good fires you got there, bro.
Yeah, you told me that the reward would be modified because I've got nothing but exotic super rare fires.
Indeed.
Because the basic reward listed was fire element granted if not already. If I have the fire element, I gain elemental synergy upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
Do not know what that is.
Very simple. Normally, it would be fire weaving. You can weave your multitudes of fires together despite having weird properties, but I think you already have that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'll get fire breath instead. You can just breathe fire in a giant cone like a dragon.
Beautiful. I'm going to fire breathe Hellfire at the Hellfire breather.
Hellfire does have one complication if you do fire breathe it. You will sneeze at least once after use. And I will have a toughness test rolled, and the number of degrees of failure you get determines how many consecutive uncontrollable sneezes you do.
And each sneeze is going to be a random type of fire, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
But it won't be like fire shooting everywhere. It'll just be like a and just little poofs of fire coming out.
Beautiful. And
it's still spicy even after winning.
Yeah. And it's just It's angry, but it's tasty, as he holds up a paw and coats it in Hellfire.
Oh gosh. You have tamed the fire within the pepper fruit. Congratulations. Oh. And he will reach down and pet you. Ah, yes, my reward. Oh, you're so fluffy. Oh, look how fluffy you are.
We'll totally fluffberry the tortoise.
Oh, thank you for that. That was a wonderful experience. Oh, but now your friends are starting to leave. You don't want to be left behind.
So long. Teleports onto Phil's horn.
You rejoin the conversation. Well, the ground is much more hard when I stand on it because I'm big. I'm big dragon, and I can push the earth down more to make it very hard. And that's why the ground is hard, because I stepped on it. And Hugix just explains to him, like, what if the ground was hard beforehand because of somebody who came by? And Phil goes, That's a good question. I'll have to say, the earth is hard. Before and after I step on it, it'll be even more hard. Yeah. And Hugix also is like, yeah, that sounds about right. Mm-hmm.
Ashen rubs his chin. But what about the desert then? Because the ground beneath you doesn't get hard, it just moves.
And they both look at you and they both look at each other like, And then they break into a second argument, or sorry, not argument, discussion about why the ground is hard, even though it moves under your feet. All right. Bloop. And then bloop.
When I have been snipping my fingernails.
You've been sniffing your fingernails?
No, answering Maury. Sorry.
All right. Board your local Phil for your flight to somewhere.
The Storm Coast.
All passengers, please make your way to your boarding gate. Your Phil is about to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Eatsley.
Mm.
Hey, look what I learned how to do. Hellfire.
It makes you want to sneeze just looking at it.
Luckily I don't have sinuses.
You still want to sneeze badly.
I mean, like, huh. Neat.
But now that I have this, I'm immune to it, which means the Desolator can't breathe on me. Well, he can. It just won't do anything.
If he doesn't change the fire. If he just uses Hellfire.
Yeah.
So, your journey to go forth and collect even more fires is still a noble and very viable path.
Well then.
Your fireball tail eventually goes and launches a hellfire fireball out into the air, and then I'll have you roll a toughness test. You are able to hold in what would be sneezes.
Like,
your nose itches a little bit, like.
I'm almost regretting learning this.
Yeah, your mischievous fireball tail is not immune to this hellfire either. It's like, yeah, tingly.
Nope.
Yeah. Susie.
Yes.
Growing that pepper will take, as you well know, because it's a very powerful pepper, a bit of effort and some rare materials, but you're pretty sure you can, with your skill and the garden you have and all the resources and knowledge, it actually can be done quite easily. It's a fast-growing plant if you have the right skill and materials.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll get her. She'll be
definitely want to analyze it off from the rest of.
Yeah, little sign up.
Very hot.
Yep.
May burn reality.
No, that's the reality flame, the world fire. Heimselder, which is, if I remember correctly, your great fire spirit salamander is the one that wields that fire, the world fire.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, this one just personally takes aggravation to just about anyone who gets close, and throws shade on them by just making it hot and miserable the closer you get. It's a mean thing. Doesn't burn reality, though. It burns your sinuses.
Of course.
Just a very, very angry pepper.
Oh, yeah. Susie! Move your character token to the vessel that you wish to ride into the horizon.
Oh.
Woo! Now we got ourselves an Indrid riding their moonboat. Moonboat.
Moonboat.
All right. Hmm. Let's make sure this is properly placed. And so is this. And then... Very nice. Mm. Boosh. No, don't do that. Sorry, I had to make some corrections because, unfortunately, something happened to the token that I had selected, and it is now missing.
Oh, there was apparently supposed to be a progressive quest past Fire Eater.
Yep. I will give that to you. Soon. Yep. Fire maker. You gotta make your own fire. Oh, yeah.
Just message me the details and I'll fill it in.
Sure. And then we'll put Indrid over here. And we'll click there. Okay. You find yourself here. A giant island floating in the distance with a lightning temple on it. Everything arcs electricity here. The air is so ionized. It has its own flavor. And you build a static charge constantly. And if you go bloop and especially poke Ashenfur, or Ashenfur brushes up against you, you'll get a nasty static shock. One of those that sounds like an M80 going off, and you go, ah! That type of static charge.
I'm going to float over and sit on the Storm Spirit shoulder because he grounds me.
Yeah.
Right. Well, buddy, you know where I gotta go.
He just points ahead.
Okay. I'll just start floating forward with my spirit buddy.
Okay. Eventually, this guy flows out of the giant lightning cloud ahead. A Stormgeist.
Waves.
He gives a little short bow and sets out a table. Go no further. Tea here.
Okay.
Yep. And you have tea, and you realize just how big the primordial storm element is, because he looms and is the storm that is infused in the island, and this big old lightning claw comes out and tink, picks up teacup by the little handle, and the lightning claw retracts all the way back into the storm, and you hear a and the claw will put the cup back. Another one will come down, grab the teapot for refill the cup.
I'll sit and have a tea. I'll pull out my tea set and do the spirit tea that I got from the Land of Spirits, to share with him. And be like, can you tell me where the, what's it called? The vaults are. I need to pick a good one so that I can use this token on it. Holds up the Idirondale token that he has.
It will summon forth a little door slot where you can put the key in, but it's made of pure lightning. There's a vault here, but all the stuff is lightning infused, or lightning element, or at least primarily lightning, or storm related. You can redeem it here, or you can go find another vault.
He said he'd come here. That was the agreement. So Action will just reach out and put the coin in the slot.
And the door will yawn open, and you will see what looks like a lightning cage outside a Faraday cage. You can go inside.
He'll float in. Be right back.
Yep. There's a series of items. The one that does stand out to you immediately is the fire lightning in a bottle. It's a super rare flame.
Obviously, I want that.
All right, there you go. Think, yes, I have found you.
Your action was correct. Slurp.
Yeah.
Just walks out, pops the cork, drinks it.
And after you absorb the new lightning fire, he can then give you a pat without just permanently putting you in max floof mode. Because that would be weird.
Yep. And he
constantly electrified floofed.
Right. He will give the hand the full floof treatment because it is a freaking primordial.
Yes. And they're giant babies, giant children.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have a temper tantrum if they don't get the floof.
Yep.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah.
Just a little tea party. What is everyone else doing while they're on the storm aisle?
What are you doing on the storm aisle, Johnny?
I'm actually not going to be doing much. I was planning on staying. Well, what I wanted to do was I wanted to let all the lightning. I wanted to kind of like fill up my inner garden.
Sure.
With like having a lightning storm be around it. So I'm gonna kind of like I'll go into my meditation and kind of bring that in to help give nitrogen to the soil surrounding it, and to do that. So that's my plan, at least.
You'll feel a little squishy something bump into your shoulder.
Oh. I
a
look
lightning
with one
cloud.
eye. Ah.
It's like, I heard you call.
Would you like to come in?
Okay. Whee! And it floats in, and it's just like, electricity for everyone! Ah, lightning! It's a very young and energetic storm spirit.
Nice.
It'll grow well in there.
Yeah, and he's gonna dance around in your little inner world and go, I'm lightning! Storms! Fear me! And then you hear somewhere in the dark, no, fear me! He's already made a friend.
Perfect.
You hear them huddle in the corner. I'm worthy of being feared. Now I'm feared. They're having the same juvenile conversation as a lot of these spirits do. Yeah. You'll also find quite a few lightning aether crystals in the area, which you guys could collect if you'd like. There's also a couple weird lightning plants.
Oh, neat.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if I lick a lightning crystal?
All your fur goes foomp.
Excellent. Just what I wanted.
And it's this tingling sensation. It would have normally electrocuted you a little bit, but you're tough enough, especially with all the armor and the gear. It just is like licking a battery. You're like, nah, tingly.
Excellent. I'm just gonna keep holding that crystal, and every once in a while I'll give it a little lick.
Boom! And it takes a little bit for the hair to go back down. I can almost see you, like, peering in on some hapless human through their window. Just staring at them. And the person kind of wakes up, then stares back at you. And then you're just like, lick, thump. And they're like, huh!
Excellent.
That's the very Mothman thing I had in my brain for some reason.
Yep.
Yeah. Nicely done, Suze. Got yourself. You can get yourself some lightning plants. There's a couple flowers. There's a couple ones that bear fruit. There's this one gnarly looking just brush that's just like, I am an angry spiky bush made of lightning.
Nice.
Not only
Nice.
do I prick you with my thorns, but I also give you a shack.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I love it.
It does need lightning every day, but you have a lightning elemental who's just going to run around and go, whee! Or you can bury a whole bunch of lightning aether stones underneath it, and that'll feed it. Yeah.
I'll dig it up and put it in my inner world.
And it's like, hee-hees, I'm going on an adventure. Screw you guys! As he's talking to the his other plant buddies.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of the plants are like, pick me! Oh!
I'll definitely get a good look at them all. Yeah.
They all
collecting...
need a huge amount of lightning resources because they're all made of lightning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Collecting aether stones, though. I would like to do that. Yeah.
You guys can find. Frankly, I rolled for this, and I took into account that this is one of the deepest regions of Idirndale side.
Untouched, by the way?
Untouched for countless years. There's several hundred stones. Mostly low grade, small sized. But there's hundreds of them. So there will be one lodestone, low grade. Your nose will smell ions just looking at it at a distance. But it's low grade. There is one flawless grade stone, medium sized. So,
wow.
There is one treasure grade, small sized. But there are 9 superior grade. Size. You do get the feeling probably shouldn't take everything.
Sure.
A lot of these plants really need these. But there's a lot. If you stay on the path, you're safe. But the moment you walk into the dirt and the stone to the sides of the path, they're littered everywhere. And if your shoes aren't insulated, you get a little bit of a shock. It's kind of like walking on electrified Legos. Just go,
terrible.
Ow! Shit! Ow! Ow! Ah! Do a little. It's a little dance trying to stop stepping on all the electrified Legos.
So we're not going to take all of them. I think we should definitely take the treasure grade one and the 9 superior grade small sized, and let the other ones grow again. Take the one. So yeah.
Yeah, just type in chat what you want to take. No problem. Yeah. Indrid, what you want to do?
I'm not really sure.
Just want to hang around, stare at things, hang out with the Wiggler, lick some electrified rocks.
I'm gonna see if the Wiggler likes rocks.
He does like rocks. He likes everything. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna chill, support our friends in their journeys.
It's like this could be an interesting opportunity. There's a lot of shocking materials found.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Do you want to grab anything or try anything?
Nope. They're gonna go to the island.
Yeah. That's not connected directly here, but it's in the area. So. I just want to know if you wanted to pick up any lightning-based ingredients or materials for your swords you're trying to make.
Nope.
Okay. Smashing, just hanging out. Okay.
No.
Then we will make our way to the other aisle.
And you can delete the Storm Spirit, because the agreement was only until we came back here.
It'll flow off. Whee!
Yep. It was fun.
Okay.
Ashenfur.
Hmm?
I have an ask of you, if that's all right.
What's that?
You can turn Aether Stones into bigger Aether Stones? Is that what I heard?
Yes, I have a process. It takes based on my notes. Ashen will explain it. It takes an hour per the new tier and 4 of the lower tier, but I can convert 4 of a lower tier into 1 of the next higher tier.
Yeah, I have 4 Fate Aether Stones. Do you think you could put them into something bigger for me?
Mm-hmm. What tier are
they? Awesome. They're high grade, small size.
So they'll go up to a medium, because mediums will go to medium, or to smalls will go to a medium will go to a large, but they won't become bigger after that.
Oh, I thought you made one into a lodestone, the cosmic ones.
That requires more, but
good. It just requires a disproportionate amount.
Yeah.
Gotcha. But I don't want to. I just wanted something medium-sized, honestly. But what I really wanted is it to go the pure quality for.
They will all have the pure quality.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anything
what I was
refined by
hoping
me
for.
has the pure quality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's a high grade, medium pure Fate/Destiny Aetherstone. That's what I was hoping for.
Yep. So it will take 3 hours, but I will grab the stones, disappoof into my orb, get it cooking, and be like, in 3 hours it'll be done.
Thank you very much.
Cool.
No worries.
You guys have arrived at the Ethereal Sword Isle.
Very cool. Do we know anything about the Ethereal Sword Isle?
It involves swords.
You guys were informed a little bit about it. It was a legacy left behind by a mysterious cultivator and/or adventurer, and he just. The sword was here, but someone took it a long time ago. But what they failed to realize was what was bigger than life and bigger than the sword itself was the sword aura, the ethereal sword left behind.
Gotcha.
Even after the real sword was taken.
No, the paladin wasn't looking for the ethereal sword. They were looking for the aether sword.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that aether sword that you guys stole from didn't steal. Absconced with from the Moonwell. You were looking for the sword that you ran off with.
Mm.
What would you like to do?
Interesting. Easley's going to come up over here. And they're going to take out the bamboo reed that they got.
Yep.
And they're going to just sit here and meditate with the sword reed, the reed sword, as it was called.
Yeah, the ethereal sword. Remind me a little bit about the bamboo.
It was obtained from the Field of Lost Streams. It was in the first area when I just reached up and I was bending it, and it snapped. And I'm just gonna kind of feel what's in the area.
Okay. Me a fellowship chest for starts as you approach, and then for your you can either roll awareness, or obscura, which is science.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want any help or anything.
I'm always willing to take help.
If you want to help, do move your character. You're still on Phil Express.
I will float over. And because I can do specific things with my dance, I will do my spirit dance with the intention of helping Eatsley to communicate and befriend or convince, the
sure,
what I'm assuming is a sword spirit.
GM, I have a question here.
Mm-hmm.
This is, you say no, but I have to ask. Can I make a science roll with my weapon skill?
You know what? Yeah. Because you're trying to, it's basically like trying to attune to the Tao of Sword. Sword, tell me about your swordiness. It sounds a little silly, but you know what? Sure.
Okay.
Trying to go for those big numbers, Eatsley, are you?
I'm just saying, it was one of those things I thought of as I was looking at it.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
13 degrees on the fellowship and 5 degrees on the obscura roll.
Pretty cool. All right. It's interesting. What you hear in the air are words. Strike, but do not cut.
All right. Each will take the reed sword and strike, but not cut.
What's your methodology on that?
So for Eatsley, the idea that in order to strike, you swing with a purpose. In order to cut, you swing with a different purpose. It is the difference between sparring and killing.
Okay. This time, weapon skill, but at a minus 30.
Oh no, a weapon skill at a minus 30.
Yep. The next word you hear is hit, but do not harm.
Activate non-lethal damage, Char. You got this.
So easily when he thinks of that, he almost thinks of like a weak punch, but it's like when
actually exactly like a weak punch. That fits really well.
Yeah, and like that's what Easley's thought there is. It's like a weak punch. I hit you, but I don't harm you.
In fact, what happens is they get to experience what could have happened, but it actually didn't. It's kind of like a glamour and illusion.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a minus 60 willpower this time.
Okay, minus 60. All right. Let me see here. 20, that's a 40, 70, so plus 10. Oh my god.
I was going to ask, but my mouth was full. Is he getting any bonuses or reductions to this penalty from being more in tune through Spirit Dance?
You are currently having your own interaction that you will have to focus on. There's a bunch of little spirit swords dueling your tails. And the one that pops in front of you like, fight me, bro. Your nose is a sword. I'm a sword. Let's fight.
GM, I will use a boon to pass.
Okay. Slay, but do not kill. Sorry.
Ethley's great at that one. He slays through getting people fatigued to the point where they pass out. And that's what his thought process is. It's like, okay, I can slay them by pushing them to the point where they are defeated. And that doesn't have to kill them.
Okay. All right, this is the nasty roll. An additional minus 30. So you're at a minus 90 on your weapon skill.
All right. We're going to pull out the stops here. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we have a 40 from our unnaturals. We have a plus 30 from one of the unnaturals. Then that's 70. And a boon would give me a 90. All right.
Is that a base weapon skill test I hear?
It is a base weapon skill test. But GM, I'm not done yet.
Well, wait, there's more.
Yes. Because we are a wanderer. And we are a wandering drunkard. So GM.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go soft here. And we're going to drink deep.
I have a question. Can I tell this is going to be the last, let's call it challenge for Eatsley? Or is there any more?
With your connection to fate, there are 3 more, but this is the last step for stage 1.
Okay.
The other 2 stages are significantly more dangerous. This stage is all about the attainment and learning the lessons. Then it gets a little bit more personal after that.
Whoa!
That's a roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the last one is rest, but do not sheathe.
Easley remembers this one very well, actually. Because his first weapon didn't have a sheath, but you always had to carry it at rest. He remembers talking to the Wandering's arm master about why he didn't carry his sword in a sheath anymore. It was to be
Do you remember what he said?
To be prepared for all to come.
Sure. It also shows discipline.
Mm-hmm.
A sheath is a protective device, but it also is a crutch. You have to release it from the sheath to use it. But also, sheathing a weapon is also akin to putting it away.
Yeah.
Potentially for good.
Alright. What's my negative?
Well, you've completed the first step.
Okay.
You can, for swords only, apply the ethereal quality to blades. Ethereal's pretty simple. Adds a metaphysical quality to your weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll need something beyond standard defenses to block it. Such as magic armor that protect from ethereal.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Ash, you're playing with a bunch of sword spirits.
Mm-hmm. Just having fun now. Completely distracted.
Yeah.
He's just going to continue listening.
And as you continue to listen, the tone changes. The atmosphere changes. And instead of the sword just sitting there, even though its physical shape and what you see doesn't change, you feel as if somebody is in a draw stance. Blade not in the sheath, just at their hip. And they're a split second away from drawing their weapon and slicing away everything you are. If you take up a draw stance, you've accepted the challenge. If you walk away now, you do not need to challenge yourself against this.
Neith will take up the draw stance here.
Okay.
As an I'm still using the beach sword.
The individual slowly draws the blade in an exaggeration of movement. You can draw quickly if you'd like.
No, we're gonna do a slow draw into. You wouldn't know that. The name. It's essentially a defensive stance, with the sword held right out in front of you.
Well, the drawing of the blade goes into a slash.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very slow and exaggerated. But you can feel, even if it's slow, it has a weight to it. And he just finishes the swing. And it feels like an invisible wall is slowly marching its way towards you, like, can't stop me now. You can feel the wall, but not see it.
All right. We're gonna wait until it's reached the tip of my blade. And we're going to cut through the wall using our ethereal quality.
Okay. As the blade comes up to the wall continues to push the blade back and back and back. Does not seem to puncture. Doesn't seem to slice or cut apart. The wall continues to slowly but inexorably press, and you can feel it's as wide as the island and as tall as the sky. It'll shove you off this island eventually, and you will fall.
I have another question. Does this feel like a wandering technique or no?
Oh, this feels like one of the weirdest wandering techniques. What it feels like is summon Wall of Force. Wall of Force, go that way.
All right.
It's a very strange technique.
Yeah. He's gonna have to counter with his own wall.
Okay.
Even when he's hopping a few feet.
Immovable objects pressing against each other?
Yeah.
Okay.
Willpower.
I'll roll my willpower openly. And all you gotta do is beat it. If its degrees of success is matched, whoever has the better roll. Sound good?
Yeah.
Alright, Note Brigade, don't fail me now. Not bad.
Not bad. Probably
not great, beat that. But not bad.
Right. Nope.
All right. I'm sure somebody can give you a fate point to reroll. You're still going to need more degrees of success either way, though.
Susie, you can roll a willpower test on your end to assist him with the roll for the plus 30?
I thought it had to be a skill, not a. Otherwise, I'd be yes. Yeah. Otherwise, I'd say yes.
Yeah, you're right.
All right.
Yeah, that's tough.
So what I'm going to do here is we're going to don 2 different mantles than normal.
Oh, something out of the box.
Yep. So this has been a challenge. I'm undergoing a challenge here.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to put on our grass mantle.
That's not. That is one of the normals. What are you talking about?
One of the ones he usually uses is what he's meant.
Yeah. And then we're actually going to go and add does this seem like I'm in the middle of a duel right now?
No, you're being challenged, but you're not in a duel. It looks like your challenge is just to overcome this one move.
Okay.
A duel would be, you have blocked my blow. Here's another.
Okay. We're actually going to use. We're gonna at least put on the grass mantle here. Can this help us a little? Beyond that, I think we're just gonna.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else got any ideas on this one?
I could offer you a boon.
I was just using a fate point from Allie. And also using some boons, for sure.
If you use a fate point, you can only use 1 boon.
Yes, I don't have that upgraded yet.
Yeah, so if you use 1 currency and then another, you can only use 1 of
the other. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, 1 of the other.
Yeah, this is a
stuff
sword thing, so I can't really help out much other than a couple of boons.
Yeah. I'm assuming no one has any willpower based abilities.
You know who does?
Yeah, Lee.
Sand Knight Saltcrack.
Oh, what do they have?
Unburdened by the sword.
Oh. I remember I was trying to pick them up.
Yeah, their mind is reinforced with the sword in hand. It's kind of like that. I am burdened without the sword, but unburdened with the sword. There's nothing I can't do with when I have a sword in hand.
Fair. You know what we're also going to do here?
I don't know.
We're also going to call upon the weight of our name.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna bring, because if they're gonna do this, we're also gonna bring forth the weight of this. Help.
Okay. You can either choose a reroll with a plus 10, or I can reroll with a minus 10.
Or Allie can have the sword reroll.
That's what I'm saying. The sword is like I could be forced to reroll with the -10, which could be better, could be worse.
Right. I think me re-rolling with a +10 would be better here.
Then do it.
Do
it. You got this.
And I think Alice forces me to roll better than a 80.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You could have him roll again at a -10, and then Allie give you a roll that has to be better than 80.
Yeah.
And I can throw a boon at you to give you a +30 because of greatness.
I already used a boon.
Oh.
So I'm gonna have them re-roll with a -10, and I'm gonna re-roll with an Alley boon to get under a 79.
You got it, Chief.
Wait, Alley boon?
All right.
Alley
fate points. Yeah.
There we go.
That is wildly different on my side.
Right. 41 gives me 2 degrees.
2. Yeah.
Nice.
All you needed.
You put an invisible wall, and they collide, and yours shatters theirs. Nicely done.
Mm-hmm.
Azure Fur, roll me a D5 + 5. You have 6 sword sprites that are just like, we're going home with you.
This is perfect.
And they're toothpick sized. You remember back when they served specific cocktail drinks and they had those little plastic swords?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're just little itty bitty ethereal swords.
No, this is perfect because this is what I need to give birth to a sword garden.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Damn.
Because with this, the spirits will grow as more people train in the garden and give more benefits to the people who train in the garden.
Sorry.
Which will help the dungeon.
Oh. No kidding. Wow. Okay. Didn't even think of that. Nicely done. There you go. You have 6 little sword sprites.
Making note.
And they're still fighting with your tails. Like, hiya! You won't beat us! Oh! And then some of them get like, poof, fluff! Your fluff cannot defeat me! Hiya!
We'll have the tails double team the sword sprites. Because I have 12 tails.
Yeah, they're unperturbed.
Yep.
Bring it on! Alright, you'll get a strange wandering technique, Eatsley. Basically, a sword slash will give you the ability to summon Wall of Force, but it's invisible.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that number of times a day equal to your willpower bonus, and it lasts for turns equal to your willpower bonus.
Okay.
Unnaturals will only extend each individual Wall of Force duration. Wall of Force does suck against Disintegrate.
Yeah.
But otherwise, no, normal Wall of Force rules, but it's actually invisible. And every turn, you can have it move 2 meters in a direction. But once its orientation is selected, you can't change the orientation. It also can be made designed to make a flat platform for you to stand on, and then have go up or down, or to the side.
So that.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Before we move further with that, I happen to notice a Susie making their way to the left corner there.
Yeah, just wondering what it is. Looks like
it is a memorial. It looks like the cultivator who did this. This is in remembrance of him. It's where he's buried.
Yeah, I'd just like to give my respects.
Yeah. You also notice sword lichen.
Ooh.
It's moss, and it has these little thorny barbs that look like swords.
Yeah, I will take some samples.
When you get close, all the barbs kind of point at your direction like, ha! We are spiky.
Yes, you are, little ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, oh, I suppose I can charm it instead of just taking it away. I'll keep it here. I'm sure it enjoys this place.
Well, it's going to be kind of weird to raise without the sword energy.
I know,
it would probably only grow in the sword garden
that Ashford wants to make. Yeah, exactly. But that's okay. Let's just roll, see what happens. Roll the nat 1. Okay.
Okay. You're going to find a sub-element crystal, aether crystal.
Yeah.
It's an aether crystal with the element of sharpness.
Okay.
And since it's 1, it'll be middling grade, small sized.
Cool.
Just looking at it too long feels like you have a paper cut somewhere on your person.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere. Well, get yourself a D4, my friend.
Sure. Especially on plant charm, it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
So see, I super want that crystal.
+2 to your, I think it was fellowship?
Yeah, fellowship.
Give yourself a checkpoint in charm.
Perfecto.
Yep. And then when you successfully plant charm, if you do not have the strange, weird ingredient to allow it to persist in your garden, there will be a aether stone with the element you need.
Okay. Just to take it. Okay.
Yeah, and it'll go with the object or the part of the sample that you took. So wherever you decide to send it, it'll arrive with the aether stone so that it has something to shore it against not having the resource anymore. So
gorgeous.
Congrats on your 1, Johnny.
Thank you. It's all that dragonfly luck, eh, Alley Girl?
Yep.
I told you. I told you it would happen.
Yep. The individual who is laid to rest here is the Wandering Swordsmaster.
Okay.
Bearer of the Ethereal Sword.
Yeah, as Idirondale's fingers, I shall clap my hands together and give a prayer and thank you for the insights on what is to come.
A little moonbeam, boom, then shoots down and illuminates the gravestone.
Does it give me anything more about things, maybe some words of wisdom that we can use help to Eatsley with?
It doesn't particularly have words of wisdom for Eatsley, but maybe for the crisis to come.
Oh, interesting.
The blade unseen cuts the deepest, so wear body armor.
No shit. Perfect.
Like, yes, I see what you're saying here.
And you can feel it is very serious, but also kind of a joking presentation from my
Yeah.
It is a warning, a very important warning, but presented in the mystical, cryptic way that gods do. So there is an unseen blade, and you're going to need body armor for it. But what forms those take in reality is very important.
Who the fuck knows?
But now that you know there is a sword waiting in the shadows, and if you wear the right armor, it will not fell you when it strikes.
Gotcha. Nice.
And you can only help but shake your head. You're just like, yep, that's my patron. And that'll be forever illuminated in the tombstone. It'll be cryptic to literally anyone else who looks at it.
Yeah.
But it's there now. Anyone else who shows up, they'll be like, well, obviously wear body armor, duh. And then Darendale will get a chuckle and a laugh for years and years and years. This will also, because of your one, be a checkpoint in which you can go to from your office. From the moonbeam.
Beautiful. Nice.
Susie, I need that eighth card. I'm gonna do something dumb.
Oh,
I'm gonna do something dumb anyways, but
sure. Before we get to that, let's see what Andrea is up to.
What is Injured up to?
If they don't know, they can think on it.
I don't know.
No?
Just chilling.
Cool. Your boat's being invaded by sword sprites.
No.
Little ethereal swords, and they're like, "He's! We're here to duel you, Fearbringer!"
Okay, then I'm murdering sword sprites.
Or sword sprites.
They're very playful. They don't actually hurt.
I'm kicking them off my boat.
Action for a bunch of sword sprites fall on you. Increase the number of sword sprites by D5. Allie's bailing all these sword sprites out with a bucket. Get out of my boat!
I am now up to 10 sword sprites. 2 more and I'll have 1 for each tail.
We will see. Alright, Aitzley. What you up to?
We're continuing the challenge.
Okay. The island rumbles, and the large ethereal sword will pull itself from the stone and hang, blade up, like a giant sword is about to fall upon you and strike you. Challenge? Accepted? And you're like, whoa, that's gonna hurt.
Yep.
I also feel... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna ask, I know that. Yeah, no, we're gonna accept this challenge.
You do feel there is a lot more involved than just blocking the blow. And you will not be able to dodge because it'll cleave the island in half.
Yeah.
You'll have to parry.
And I guarantee you it's more than just a parry.
Yeah, it's no redirecting it left or right because then it'll cut the island. You gotta endure the hit straight on.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are additional steps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be an Eatsley, counter it by catching it in your own sheath.
Alright. We're going to start with the Ya, then Yeet. Okay, minus 40. The sword
okay.
does have inescapable.
Okay.
You'll roll parry, but the base stat is not weapon skill. It's willpower on the parry, but you get your parry bonus and any other parry features.
All right. So it's 30. D. Back down to a 30. This is the wandering technique.
Yep.
4. Question. Do I get my unnaturals to the weapon skill for this or no?
No. You get your unnaturals from willpower.
I have 0 unnaturals from willpower. So you know what? I will use a boon here. Yeah.
Nicely done. You shove the blade away. What now?
They're going to raise their sword, and they are going to. They were told, one it's going to be ethereal, but they're going to take the central pillars that they were taught for this and swing their sword onto the other sword.
Ah, a return attack. Okay.
Yeah.
Give him the attack. The return attack.
Because
Alright.
knowing standard. And I think that is all I can bring to bear.
Nicely done. The sword will return back to its stone and shrink down. Bloop! To a normal bastard sword size.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll walk over and grab the sword.
Cool. When you go to grab it, your hand goes right through it. And then you realize you can't grab it just with your hand.
I'm going to use the reed to essentially act as like the sword part and grab it that way. Does that make sense?
No, you do want to draw it from the stone with your hand, but you can't just use your physical prowess only.
Oh, fair. Willpower. They're gonna reach out, and they're gonna use essentially their ethereal quality on their hands to make sure to grab it and lift with the willpower.
Let's see it. Does the wandering technique apply here or no? Which one?
I have a talent that gives me +10 to wandering technique.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you pull the sword. You have Not the ethereal blade, but a ethereal blade.
Hmm.
There are additional secrets inside the blade. The more you practice with it, the more you can learn the Wandering Swordmaster's techniques. It's an inheritance blade.
Okay.
You've passed the base trial to potentially inherit some of his techniques. And when you pull out the blade and you look back up, the giant large ethereal blade is back.
Mm.
As you're mobbed by more sword sprites. Roll D5 plus 5. They're like, yeah, get him! Gang up on him! Yeah, now we outnumber your swords. Get him!
I cast mirror image with major image applied to it.
Oh no. They're like, reinforcements! Oh
Uh,
Let's see here. There are now 48 tails dueling these 19 swords. They're still outnumbered 2-1.
no. Oh no. Indrid, what are you up to? Sword sprites, they just want to fight you.
I'm going to do the biggest spook I can.
Oh shit. Do it.
Oh, I'm going to use my... Wait. Dive bomb spook.
You're gonna fly up and squee, and they're like, ah!
Yeah.
Alright.
There it is. Yeah. It just says, evokes a specific type of dread. Most people faint or scatter.
Okay. Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Oh man.
Yeah,
what came out of my mouth?
The sword sprites they all scatter and run, and then mob Ashenfur instead. And there will be 17 more sword sprites to join Ashenfur.
I'm gonna go help Ashenfur by spooking everything in the area, including Ashenfur.
Poor Ash.
Okay.
That's how I help people.
No. When she starts running this way, I'm going to use the playing cute. You can't spook me. I'm too cute.
So spooking versus cuteness, who wins?
You basically end up scaring all of the sword sprites into Ashenfur's direction to swarm him with a tidal wave of sword sprites that he is buried under very quickly. He has been defeated. He has been overrun by overwhelming odds.
I'm gonna scare them all off of him.
You can scare them into your...
Just pull them into the dream orb.
Okay.
They're like, ah! And they all run into the dream orb. You got 100 sword sprites now.
Oh my god.
That's your total overall.
Okay.
Excellent.
Thank you, Indrid.
You're welcome. Anytime, buddy.
So, Indrid, you also use blades here. Do you think you would be a good match for the sword? It doesn't look like you have to, only one person can be a wielder, as it's still in the stone.
What's Eatsley think?
Hmm?
What do you think, Eatsley? Should I give it a shot?
It's worth trying. It's a wandering technique, so
yeah. Even the first part, it's you don't even have to continue on, but getting that, what is it? The ethereal quality for your weapons now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be what you'd be doing.
Okay.
Wouldn't that mean when you're dream dread, you would, because you reverse it, you would be able to add a physical quality that is more painful in the dream realm?
Yeah, you would be able to cut physical things as insomnia.
That sounds useful.
Yeah.
While
you don't have to go the
can
whole
cut
way.
and you can cut ethereal things as Indrid.
That sounds like fun. Let's do it.
Okay. Mosey on over.
Hey, Susie.
Yeah.
I can't.
Want to help me with an evolution?
I'm just going to step away.
Do you want to do it here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool.
Some sword spirits as well.
Yeah.
All right. Indrid, go ahead and roll me minus 30 willpower.
So just a base willpower then.
Don't forget your multitudes of unnaturals. Each unnatural gives you plus 10.
Yeah, and I've got 5 unnaturals.
Yep. And then I'm looking here.
Getting anything else? I think everything else is geared towards spooking.
Essentially.
I just gotta give her the words. Go through the trial.
I'm just looking at the guy. Anything? Vicious mockery. Moths everywhere.
Yeah, I got a little shit.
Oh, it reads like a fun novel.
Does it?
Yeah. You can just see the evolution of just better and better spook. With all of the utility to go with it. Willpower?
Okay, sorry. I thought we were... Okay.
Yeah, I was just looking too. No, see done? Oh, you forgot your plus 20.
That's alright, just 10 degrees, no big deal. Oh wait, only plus 20. Right, minus 30. Yeah.
Next point is minus 60, so it's a minus 10.
Uh-oh.
Well,
reroll.
That's what you got your fate points for.
Yep,
Slash
it has to
hour
be better than
1d79.
And we're looking for $50 or less.
Okay. On the plus side,
okay.
Lucky is worded that you can use a fate point again, I'm pretty sure.
You can, yeah. But you
Lucky.
can't use boons on it if you use more than one fate point.
Exactly.
Oh, do roll your d10, please.
Okay.
Also for the d10, each used. Or the fate point.
So you may reroll dice that you have already succeeded on once per fate point used. Maybe you can't reroll it.
Oh,
get a fate point back. Yep.
You may reroll dice you have already succeeded on once per fate point used. Why is it worded like that?
Because normally you can't fate point reroll succeeded.
Oh, then you've already.
even.
Yeah, okay.
But if you fail again, you can reroll again.
I can reroll again.
Yep. If you use another fate point.
Okay, I did it. It's too late. I already passed.
Okay.
And take it back. And take back.
Another d10, please.
Okay.
Not this time.
Okay.
I don't get that one very often.
Okay. Actually, I think the first was supposed to be a normal roll, then the 30, then the 60, then the 90.
Yeah, that's kind of why I thought it was weird that she didn't get the 10.
Yeah, that was my fault. you would have passed on the original roll. So, yeah, get your fate point back. All right, now we're gonna be rolling for the minus 60. So basically same roll, minus 10.
Why?
That's what you're lucky for, though, Allie.
Ah!
You're just saving the good roll for the hard one at the end. Yeah.
I hope so.
That's how it is. Yep.
Even the hard way. Didn't even have to worry about it. And I guess she gets it back. Good job, Allie girl.
That's it done. And then the minus 40 willpower roll. Which is the spooky roll. Because it's a small roll.
Allie?
Yeah.
Would you like to use a Destiny fragment here?
Okay.
Destiny fragment from the Crystal Crab.
I think I had a Destiny.
You do have a Destiny fragment, but if you use yours, you lose it. The Crystal Crab refreshes every session.
Okay.
Because it's his fake currency.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. What specific thing are you doing with that Destiny fragment?
Slay but not kill, Allie. Could you slay them to sleep? Instead of killing them?
Spook them into enlightenment?
Terrify their fighting intent.
When I kill an enemy,
slay but do not kill.
Or when I, can I finish?
Sorry, okay, go ahead.
Can I finish?
Okay.
When I kill an enemy in the real world, can I turn them into a dream that I keep like a little Pokemon?
It's not quite how the Destiny fragment works.
Okay.
It's kind of a narrative modifier. That would be an ability you would build with Mercuria or legendary monster points.
Nah, I got too many abilities. Although it does sound fun. I'll keep that one in my back pocket.
Yeah.
A narrative thing.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of like saying, like, the question is slay but do not kill. So what's something narratively you could add on to that would kind of give you a bonus here? Or something you could put it towards, or I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Swap slay to defeat.
You're not going to be able to change the words. But
yeah, I was just thinking the outcome that comes from it. Like, it could affect the ethereal quality that you get. Maybe you could, I don't know, hit their dream self when you, when the physical, or you fight them in the dream and you hit their physical instead. I don't know.
That sounds like what I was trying to do, but different.
A little bit. Remember, it's just a narrative thing. So.
Yeah.
Could I have suggestions? Any chance? I really don't know.
From me, or do you want to start with the others first?
Whoever.
I was going to say, because you can spook the unspookable, you could scare its desire to fight, basically breaking its will, therein.
It as in the sword?
Yeah. Scare the sword spirit.
Yeah, slay their will to fight.
Yeah.
Does not kill them. It just they no longer wish to fight.
That sounds like a good one. I like that. Okay.
All right. So give me a spook roll.
Spook roll.
Yeah.
Spook 'em.
So just a willpower.
With all of your spookiness.
They just get a minus 80, I do believe, or there's more to it.
Oh, I'm taking into account the fear rating, because the fear rating is also going to be affecting the blade. I just want to see your squee.
Okay. Fear rating.
It's 9.
Mm-hmm. Do I add something?
Yeah, just whatever you roll for to scare something, which is I think intimidate or fear. Either that or it was willpower.
I'm pretty sure it was willpower.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see your scree.
Okay.
Give it the ultra scree.
Here we go. I do have Scree is something different than just fearing something. It's serious spook to... I don't really usually always roll to fear. Anytime someone encounters you, they roll a willpower roll. It's a session you can double the fear effect that someone has failed on. Fear me. I think the sword has to roll.
Yeah, if you've got a level 9 fear rating because of your armor, they're rolling a willpower test at minus 90.
Nope, 80. The first
80.
one doesn't.
Right.
You roll at normal difficulty.
You don't know.
Why don't you give me that willpower test anyways? With all your spooks.
Okay.
Actually, instead of applying the fear to the sword, give yourself a bonus to the fear negative that you would get.
Sorry?
Give yourself a plus 80 instead of applying a minus 80 to their roll.
Okay.
On the willpower.
Sure. What?
Yeah, plus 80, and then it's the minus 90, so it's basically minus 10 again.
Okay.
Killed it. Nicely done. Yep.
Hooray!
You only need to answer this last question.
That the question?
Hmm?
Rest,
but do not
sheath?
That's an easy one for you, Alley Girl.
You
Even when I'm
not
sleeping.
Terrifying girl.
I'm scary.
And that's your weapon, right?
When I'm sleeping?
I mean, even when you're not sleeping, but when you do rest.
You're still a creepy, terrifying moth.
In the dream. So I'm never putting my thing away. I'm always scaring motherfuckers.
Yeah, wrong.
It's true.
There's so much spooking to be done while sleeping. So that's a lot of quality spook time that just doesn't happen if I'm not active while I sleep.
True.
Yeah.
And when I'm dead. When I'm in my monster jam, I can spook too.
Yeah. The spook life. Going hard on the spook life.
Ain't no rest for the scarers.
That's funny.
Anyway. So yeah, answer that question, Alec.
Rest, but do not sheath. The answer is me?
Sure. Yeah. You yourself are a weapon.
Hooray.
All right. To any bladed weapon, you may provide yourself the ethereal weapon quality. And inversely, Andred gets the physical weapon qualities to their weapons. Which does stupendous levels of damage to creatures in the city dreaming who have taken on a purpose and role. It makes them more tangible because they have a name that reinforces their purpose in the city. So you need a more tangible blade to kill them. Well, now yours is a literal physical blade.
You can kill their purpose.
Well, you just actually kill them. They don't just disappear and then recollect themselves later. You can actually do a permadeath on them.
I will be the best assassin.
Somebody pays you to take out this guy so he's not around for 10 days so they can do their heist. He just doesn't show back up at all, and they're like, did you? You gave him an extra moida, didn't you? He's on extended vacation. I found the letter on his desk. It says I quit.
My job, seriously.
Okay. Do you want to continue to stage 2?
Okay.
Uh-oh, Alec girl, this is going to be tough.
Okay.
That one went well.
Hey, we can keep going.
Hey, you got fate points. You can use them.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. All right. There will be kind of a spiritual swordsman who slowly draws their blade to strike you. It's very slow.
I parry.
Yeah. And as he does the full swing, an invisible wall appears, and you can't see it, but you can feel it, and it starts to move your direction. It starts to push you away. What do you do?
I scree at such a pitch that it reverberates within the wall and breaks it.
Give me that scree. Damn. I will roll a willpower test at a minus 80 for the wall. Alright, well, hang in there, buddy.
Rolls a 100. No big deal.
Wait,
no.
I should have this under my weapons. What am I doing?
The whole wall doesn't shatter, but you shatter an Indrid-sized doorway.
Damn.
Nice. Keeps going, just passes Indrid.
Yeah, you won't get the wall of force that summons. We'll get you something else for your creativity.
I can just see it now. It's Indrid's just standing there looking at him. Wall of force appears. Indrid screeches without moving, and the wall of force just passes over because there's a perfect Indrid size outline.
Sometimes you just gotta make a door.
You do not move the spook moves you.
There you go. Scree that noise! You can scree at things, magics and objects to get them to stop.
Excellent.
They get a resistance roll, but it's at a -80. Alright. There is one more stage, if you want it, but you're going to have to fight the big ethereal sword.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay. Sword will flow up and out of the stone, blade raised high, and the blade chops at you. I will make a weapon skill test. Fear my weapon skill, for it is mighty. Mine, oh wow, my 120. Jesus.
Well, Allie, I think you have a roll. Eatsley, did you use that Allie point that allows them to reroll? Like, you can tell another enemy to reroll their roll, even a 1 or 100, but bad things or good things happen.
No, I used my own method of doing it.
Okay. Allie, you can make the sword reroll if you wish. They could roll a 1 or a 2, but that's the 2% chance you have to try for that. That's your special fate point.
It is a -120, but you could apply the fear bonus to yourself to give yourself a +80. So it'd only be a -40 roll.
Yeah, I have a power too that if a target rolls a thing, you can use this fate point to make them re-roll.
Gross. Is that what you wanted to do? Actually, could you put that ability in chat, pretty please? So I can look at it with my GM eyes and stare at it.
It has an incomplete sentence in it.
That's okay.
Fuck. I don't like it, no. That makes me sad.
I know.
I'm gonna have to fix it. Because otherwise it's gonna bother me. Ugh. And then it rolls a thing.
It doesn't have a name or anything either. It looks like I was jotting it down real fast.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm bad.
Okay.
I'm a bad person.
Yeah, if you make them reroll a 1, they will reroll, but
I could just dodge this, couldn't I? No?
Nah. It's too big.
You have to parry, but you have to parry with your mind. So it'll be parry, and you get all the parry bonuses, but you use your willpower as your base score with all your unnaturals. And you get a +80, and it gives you a -120. So technically, you have +80, +50, +130 from your unnaturals and your +80, and it's a -120, so it's a base willpower roll +10.
But I'd also use that point to make them reroll.
Might as well.
All you have to do is parry. Just pass.
I'll parry it.
You get a +10 after all the positives and negatives were added up.
Yep.
Oh, this is a parry. I can. I'll roll my parry to.
Yes, you can.
Help Allie girl. So this is a base.
I'll just throw it.
Gain a +20 to your parry, Allie.
Okay. So I've got a you +30
throw a boon at you
weapon
to give you another
skill.
+20.
Oh, +50. Yeah. Okay. It's willpower, right?
Yep. Well, they needed it.
I sure did. Can I reroll that with lucky?
Of course you can.
just to see if I can get something better than that. I believe in myself. Keyboard isn't working very well as of late. I think it is time for a new one. Well, it's better. Okay, that is the result.
There you go. Nice done.
Thank you.
Okay. You parry and shove it away. What now?
I'm gonna. I'm not used to fighting inanimate objects.
Yes,
I mean, you fought the automatrons in the raid.
Yep, those are inanimate.
But you just scared them. I don't.
You now have the Scree ability to break magical objects.
Yeah, I'll probably use that. I also have ventriloquist scree, which is if it no, it's reverberation. That's it.
Cool.
Which when you scree, it causes the attack to fire again.
Oh, okay. Spooky. So you're gonna attack the sword?
Yeah.
Okay.
Double scream.
Double scream.
Okay.
Should I roll 2 screes then?
Yes, please. Okay. Okay, I have to pass 2 willpower rolls.
At minus 80.
At a minus 80. Okay. No, it just disappears. Just like, nope, I quit. Fuck this. Fucking no, I'm done. Stop that. It'll flow back into the stone and shrink down to a normal bastard sword size.
So I actually went back in the past and wrote this down for Allie because she didn't write it down herself.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I just searched Discord and I found it.
Thank you. Which one should I use? I'm gonna go pull the sword out.
Okay.
It's mine
you have
now.
An ethereal blade. Yep.
Yeah.
It's kind of scared of you.
As all things should be.
And when you look back up, there is the large ethereal sword again. You have an ethereal blade. If you practice with it, you can potentially learn the ethereal blade techniques from the wandering swordsmaster.
Interesting.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
Indrid has a physical sword. Not Indrid. Somnium has a physical sword. That's a copy of this one.
Excellent.
They are weapons you can use. They're not the biggest damage dealers, but they are metaphysical.
Did I get the damage? What is the damage?
It's base D10 plus willpower bonus, and the pen is willpower bonus.
What do our naturals do for the willpower bonus?
At +1 to the damage, and +1 to the pen. It also has one other quality. Bound blade. which means others cannot pick it up who have not completed this challenge.
Oh, cool. That's nice.
Yep. Yeah, others cannot interact with it. There are exceptions, of course. Highly powerful psionic or ethereal creatures interact with it like normal and treat it like a normal sword if they're an ethereal creature. And they can grab it. But if they're a physical person just trying to be like, yeah, I'm going to use my willpower to pick yeah, no, it doesn't work. Also, your blade is too scared to disappoint you, so it's sure as shit not letting anyone else pick it up. Doesn't want you to spook it again.
The sword should totally have the trait subdued by fear.
We'll have that as a flavor text.
Excellent. Okay. I won.
Good job, Indrid. I'm glad you went the full way. I didn't even...
You did...
I didn't say that. I said you didn't have to, but you were like, fuck it, let's go.
You have truly and properly Leroyed this bitch.
Okay, so you guys will start to make your way back. Did you want to do anything else on the Isle?
Eatsley's going to do an evolution on the Isle, but we can talk about that later.
Yep. And then, any further adventures in Skyhold, or do you guys want to return home for next session?
Return.
The only remaining thing I wanted to do on the island is see if I could find an older sword sprite to act as the leader and kind of the heart for these 100 sprites.
You'd had to have gone searching for it if Indrid hadn't scared all of them into your small orb. So he's already in there.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Yeah. Good job, Indrid.
It was supposed to be a little mini game of find all the sword sprites.
But they're all in there.
They're already all in there, yeah.
Okay.
Dang, I was going to ask the sword sprite for some help.
Yep, they're in his orb. And he's going to transplant all those sword sprites into the menagerie when you guys get back.
Yeah, I plan to create a sword garden.
Yeah, I need a sword sprite B for my evolution, though. So I was going to ask it a question.
I can pull one out for you.
Mm-hmm.
Fight me!
That's easy.
I begin tickling it.
Ha ha! Engage in a duel! Fight me! Hiya!
But yeah, we can do that evolution later.
Cool. To generate more sword sprites, you're going to need a ton of blades that have been
in combat.
Well used, well taken care of. Like, you're going to have to go collect a bunch of swords and stick them on the perimeter of your sword garden, or hung up on walls, or basically shown reverence and respect. And then, yeah.
Don't we have a shit ton of swords?
Yes, you do. So many.
What I need to find is an ancient battlefield. Which, if I remember right, wasn't there one not too far outside the menagerie?
Yeah, there are several.
And being the spiritual floof, I will go and collect the swords and invite the spirits that were held back with their swords to find rest in the sword garden I am forming.
That'll be for next session, because it's outside the menagerie. We have to get out of Skyhold first.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, everyone want to return home?
I won't return home yet. I still need to do a evolution with Eatsley.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll do that in between
after that. Yeah, after that session. Yeah. After that thing.
Indrid, anything left you want to do, or in Skyhold, or it's ready to return home?
No, I'm ready to go.
Okay, Phil's ready to go as well. Eatsley?
Yeah.
Ash?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys. We will cut it here. you have completed this arc.
Yay!
I'll be putting arc and rewards in the chat on the Discord.
Oh yeah!
And we'll start the next session in the menagerie back home. But a new plot.
How do we get home? Do we use my my tree?
You can use your tree.
Eatsley's going to use his blessing.
Yep, you can use your blessing. You guys have so many ways of getting back home now.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as you can get Susie home, everyone else can use the Susie Express.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you can just go to your office, spin the sundial, find home, spawn a beam of moonlight, and then just put yourself there.
Yeah.
I'm leaving a bag of sand at the library because I'm going to use my sand swap to go back home that way. That way I can always come back to the library.
Okay.
Easley's excited to finally do the thing he's tried to do for a while.
Go to the dead world?
Yes.
You got this.
Okay. Oh, good session, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But now we enter the last arc. And a sinister plot is starting to unfold. And we will see how you guys handle it.
Show.
Arc 2 complete.
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
All right. Peace out.
Bye-bye.
Later, y'all.
All right, let's move you guys back to the...
All right. I'm going to head out too. Thanks again, Matt.
Yep.
See you, Ogre.
Did you have any interest in any of my games, Johnny?
Do I have any interest in your games? Yes, I have interest in your games.
Oh,
what do you mean?
I'm talking like picking up a new one.
Yeah, I'd play the Saturday Cultivator one for sure. When you guys have the your Star Wars game done.
Okay. I also posted about a Warhammer game for Wednesdays.
Yeah, that would be after your other game on Wednesday, but I'm not interested in that.
Yeah, no, that one.
Well, y'all have fun. I'm gonna peace out.
If I never played Warhammer games when we first started playing New Threat, I'd be like, yeah, sure, let's do that. But I've played enough of that I'm good for other things.
Okay, it'd be a traditional Dark Heresy.
Exactly right, and I'm fine with not. I'll stick with the things I do like doing with you.
Okay, because we are entering the Saturday morning final arc.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
He did do something really interesting. So, as we dilly-dallied a little bit. So it may take a few extra weeks because there's going to be a lot of sessions, and we only play for 3.5 hours. I want to start earlier, but we can't. And then he's got work. But whatever.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, but if you can find another person for that, we'll see what happens. All right. Have a good night, man.
Thank you for playing.
Cheers.